Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Revenue Busters. 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 Still working on that intro. Anyways, that one wasn't probably that good, but that's okay because we are getting into the nitty gritty here. As many of you know that have been following us and following our videos, we are working on looking at the Amazon FBA business. Is it what they say? Is it what they say it is? Am I trying to say that? Is it as good as they say it is? Are the gurus telling us the truth? Can it really produce income to replace people's jobs? We're finding out. We're in the middle of it. As you know, we are working on retail arbitrage and tactical arbitrage. However, those we're going a little slow. It was hard to find products that were not gated or restricted. I won't say hard. I would just say it's a little bit more intense of a process, maybe a little bit more time consuming, but it still can be done. You just got to find that out. And if, depending on your budget, that's what you have to find out, and depending how much time you have. However, we have pivoted to looking at getting as many categories ungated and as many brands unrestricted. So that's what we're focusing on today. So we have been talking with wholesalers, we've been talking with manufacturers, we've been talking with distributors, looking for brand name products to kind of open up the floodgates into our Amazon business. So anytime we go and do a retail arbitrage run, or we look at some tactical arbitrage online, we can sell and we don't have any restrictions. So that's what we're doing. So I have put together today a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 products. We're going to take a look. These were kind of given to us by one of our suppliers. I'll try to. I mean, if we make it through 8, we'll go through 8, but we may not make it through all 8, but we'll try to make it through as many as possible in about a 20-minute period of time. So we're going to kind of go through our process of how we look at the products, how we analyze them, the numbers we're looking for, return on investment, and will the numbers work? Is there enough sales velocity? Is the demand there? Is competition too high? That's all the things we're going to be looking for at today. So let me organize myself, and I didn't open up too much beforehand, but let me kind of show you something I created. So I got to share my screen. I did create this on Evernote. I'm not sure. We're not endorsed by Evernote, but I do enjoy their product, and they just put this new system in where you can actually create nice spreadsheets inside the notes. What it is, it's kind of like, well, that's what it says it is. It's an Evernote. So it kind of you can write anything down you want. You can put pictures in there. You can scan business cards from your phone. I mean, it's become my second brain, which is kind of cool. So after you put everything in there, it just kind of saves it, uploads it to a cloud, and it's all categorized. If it's a photo and it's got words on it, it'll be able to search the photo for the words. But you just type something and search for it, and it'll bring up all the things that you've talked about or saved for that. I mean, I put my children's height charts in here. I just put everything in here. It's kind of like my second brain. So if you've never used Evernote, great program. They got an app, scans in stuff real cool. Or like if you're scanning a document, something like that, and then it saves it for you. You can get a professional. I mean, it is free for a certain amount of data per month, but you can get a professional account. I don't know why I'm trying to sell it to you. I just use it all the time. I'm a fan, so I'm telling you about it. But anyways, I created this little spreadsheet note, as we'll call it, on Evernote. And this is going to help me kind of track the products to see if they're worth it. So we're just getting some basic information. We're going to go over sales velocity and competition. And then we're going to go profit targets. Will it meet our profit targets? This kind of gives us a nice little snapshot of exactly this product, and will it make the will it make the muster of us wanting to buy it and be able to make some potential profit on it. So these are, and let me kind of go over to the next page. Man, I wish it had a quick thing where you could just switch back and forth, but I don't think it does. This is just another Evernote that I made, but this is just a product list that I got from a supplier. These are some of the products that they had for us, and this is the prices they are asking for. It's kind of their retail price they're asking for. Of course, those prices are negotiable. We'll be working on negotiating those, um, and kind of show you some requirements that we want to see when we're looking at products. So one thing I do got to open up, and I'm going to open up those right now, is I want to look at, we want to go onto Amazon. We're going to open up an Amazon window. I'm going to open up an Amazon Seller Central window. I'm going to log in there, and it's going to ask for my code. Oh no, I saved it for this, so that's good. So I can add a product, and then I also want to bring up the revenue calculator, Amazon revenue calculator. I got all these saved in my browser. I use Google Chrome, and I save it in my browser. But if you want to bring up a revenue calculator, just type in Google Amazon revenue calculator. It'll bring that up. Seller Central account, that's your account to add products. And then just a normal Amazon window on the buyer side, so you can look up products that way too. And then one more thing I bring up is Jungle Scout /estimator. And this gives us the ability to check out the sales rank, or not the sales rank, but um, take the sales rank, put it into a calculator, and find out how many units are selling off the shelf in that particular category, based on its sales rank. So those are our tools today. And did I share that window with you guys? Let me check that out. So now let me stop that, and I will share that window with you guys. And this is the Jungle Scout estimator right there. And let me put this to the side, the window with the video, so I can see it just a little bit. We'll shrink it down a little bit, bring this up, and we'll bring this up. Okay, so first thing we're looking at is this. I'll copy it. So what I'm going to do first is I want to, you know what, you can bring it right. What's kind of cool, I'll start with the revenue calculator actually, because what it allows you to do is, I mean, you can bring it up actually. So you put in there, so it kind of lets you do it all one place. So you can actually, once you bring it up, you can click this little link here, and it brings up the Amazon page. So you don't have to really actually open that. So we'll go up there, and it kind of shows you what's going on as far as the sales. Okay. So the first product that we're searching, I got the ASIN number. So I put in the ASIN number. I now know I'm going to copy and paste and put this in my little sheet, my little note under product name. So I'll just grab the first part of the product name, and we'll paste there. So I got the product name. I'll get the product link, which is cool. So we'll copy the link too. We'll put that in here. And then we've got current low price on Amazon. So now what we're looking for here is the low price in Prime. And if there's any other, if there is used, I'm not too worried about those. I want brand new pricing, and I want Prime. So as soon as I get click on the buy box information. Again, buy box was right back there. But these are all the people in the buy box. So I've just got one Prime person, and it's Amazon. Look at that. So we've got Amazon in the buy box in Prime at 134.43. That's the number I want. That's who we'll be competing against. And the next thing I want to find out is the sales rank. You can kind of guess it from here, on the Keepa graph. And again, if you guys watch our earlier videos, but Keepa is a add-on to your Chrome browser. It's Keepa, Keepa. You can put this in your Google Chrome browser, and they might have it for Safari or Firefox. I'm not sure. But anyways, it allows you to see a lot of data. Amazon stock, new, used, sales rank is right there, the green. So you can kind of see where sales. Remember, lower sales rank, the better. And we can kind of see that it's in between 4,000. But to get the exact number, just go back to the product information and scroll down to the information page on these right down here. And you'll see, interesting, Amazon Launchpad. I'm going to research what that is. Actually, let's go over to here and see if we got Amazon Launchpad. I don't think we do. I'm gonna have to find what that is, because it looks. Oops, forward that. I'll get back with you guys in another video on that. But right here, I mean, electronics headphones, earbud headphones. That's kind of what they are. So I'm going to take the highest one. I'm not exactly sure what Launchpad is, um, but I'll get back with you guys on that. So 941 is our sales rank. So I'm going to put that in here as into my little spreadsheet that I created. So we got a 941 there. All right. So curls. Oh no. You know what? Actually, yeah. So that's the current sales rank 941. And actually, this one up here is product ranking, and that is stars. That's how many stars I want it. So it's 3.5 stars. We like to see 3 or higher. I mean, once it gets below um, 3, you might not get the sales velocity. I mean, there are some products that do sell pretty good um, above that, but the sales velocity is a lot better when you're 3 and higher. So that's kind of what we're looking for as far as products. So I've got a low price of 134.43. I've got a product rating of 3.5 stars. I've got a sales rank of 941. That means it's moving off the shelf pretty good. So now we're looking for sales per month. So what we do is take that 949, copy that. We're going into actually we got to make sure when you get over here to electronics. We're going into electronics on the category onto Jungle Scout /estimator. Put in the 941, and we got 12. 5. That is an estimate of about 1,200 sales per month for a sales rank of 941. So we believe that to be these headphones. So it's not too bad, actually. Number in the buy box, just 1. And I might make a little note here. It's Amazon. We can go a little bit lower than Amazon and hope to take some business from them, but they might lower too. I mean, they've got algorithms that lower automatically. And then return of capital time. So that is my next thing that I have in the sales velocity is return of capital. So what you would do if we got 1255 a month, I'm going to look back. I think it was about 5. They had 500 units. So as you can see, it's going to be less than 30 days. And actually, I mean, they had about 500 units. So if you had them all, you'd get all your money back probably quicker than 30 days. But we're just going to put less than 30 days, so we know it's less than 30 days. And I'll see that 1255 and compare that to the number. But that just kind of gives us the sales velocity. So all that right there is pretty good. I do like that. The numbers there. Now, we're going to go into profit. I want to see if the profit of this is there. Can we make money on this at the price that they're selling it to? So from the manufacturer, or not from the manufacturer, but from the supplier that I'm getting these deals from, they want $80 a unit. So lowest price is 134.43 on Amazon. They want 80. That's about a $54 there. So it seems pretty good. But you are spending 80. So I at least want to be able to make 40. I want 50% return. That way, if it does dip in price, you have some buffer. We were starting off at about 30%, but that's kind of the minimum that the absolute minimum we would want. And then you want to put a little buffer in there you want to put a buffer in there. So let's go back to the calculator here, and make sure. Let me make sure, just video wise, that I'm on that. Okay, good. So we're on the calculator here. So we're at 134.43. This is the calculator. The Amazon fulfillment price is 134.43. Now, shipping to Amazon, this is something that I wanted to point out too, because we just went through this with another purchases we just made. And this ended up being a little bit higher than I first anticipated, because you got to remember, you're going to ship it, you got to have them ship it to your place, and then you've got to ship it to Amazon. So you almost want to double that up. But if you get many units and it's one shipping, that cost goes down. But just remember that it's almost like you're doubling up. So I'm just going to put $1 in per unit to ship to me than to Amazon. It may be a little bit higher than that. So the cost of the product is $80. That's their kind of, hey, we hope that you will buy that, but we know that they are negotiable. So that's kind of a little bit above where they want to. They're hoping that that would max out their profits, but we can definitely negotiate that down. So calculate. All right, so not too bad. So we are at 110 profits. That's going to make $30.93 per unit. Okay. Now, what you want to do, so cost of goods was 80. I'm just putting this in 80. I'm just putting this in my little chart here. Net profit, you know what? I'm gonna add target net profit. So I've got net profit at start price. And then I'm going to do target net, or I'm going to change it to price. So I'm just adding something to the profit targets, because what I want to kind of notate is, okay, yes, their cost of good is 80. I'm at $30, almost $30.93 at their high price. So that's what I'm going to put in there. So I'm putting in $30.93. Let me kind of show you my. So right here, I'm at 30.93. And then I want to hit target cost of goods price. So that is my minimum. I want to make is at least, as it says right there, I want to make at least 50%, 50% return right there. Okay, so let me bold that so it all matches. All right. So my target, though, I want to be at 50. So what do I got to drop that price down to be a 50-50 split? So let's go 80 or 50%, at least a 50% return. So I'm going to be at, let's, so what you can do, you know what, let me do this. Let me share my whole screen. This is kind of getting ridiculous. So I can switch back and forth to everything. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna switch back to this. So there we go. Hopefully you guys can see this. I know it might be kind of small. Let me zoom in a little bit. That'll make that a little bit bigger. Okay, so now my cost of product, I'm gonna change to 75. Half of 75 is what, 32.50? So that's what I'd be looking for. Or no, it'd be 37.50, excuse me. So we're close. So, we're gonna be, let's go to 70. there, about there. Okay, so our target price, our lowest, it's our target price at our lowest minimum ROI. So I'm going to put 72 there. Now, in negotiations, of course, yes, that is, we're trying to at least make them a 50%, but I would like to make more. I don't know about you, but I don't, you don't want to get too greedy, but that's, so what I would do is probably offer a little bit lower than that even. That's the minimum that we're trying to make. So we have a buffer just in case the price goes down. Um, so you never know when you're negotiating prices what what it will be. But anyways, I think I think I'd probably offer a little bit, and I'm gonna have to hit refresh here too. Oop, we lost it. Let me put that back in. Oop, let me get the ASIN number again. All right, 134. Three. Ship to Amazon $1. Cost of goods go 72. All right, so I mean that's kind of a target of about 50%, and that would be the minimum that we're looking for. And then if we have a snafu, I'm still okay with maybe even getting 30%. But you never know what the wholesalers or supplier is dealing with. So of course you make your money on the buy. So my 72 is kind of the place where I want to be. I'm going to add one more thing in here. You got the target cost of goods, and I'm going to say initial offer of cost of goods. So that's where we would start our side because you're going to negotiate. So hopefully they'll tell you a price that they are okay with, and hopefully it'll be near 72. But if you ask for 72, they usually don't give you 72. They're going to counter back at maybe 77. You know what I mean? So can I get, you know, I don't know, maybe even 62? You want to let them kind of tell you where they're at. Okay. Once they give the price, then you know where they're at. So this may be way too low, 62, but maybe not. Maybe that's okay. Um, and then at 62, we'll go over that too. Let me bold that. So at 62, we're making even more money. So right there, we're almost. So at 62, it's another $10. So now we're making $50 per item. That's not too bad. Now we probably have to lower the price to get those to sell a little bit out of Amazon's hands, but that's okay. We can do that. Sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. All right, but that's okay. We can do that. So return on investment is greater than 50%. And then you can fill this in once you get the negotiations done. All right, so I mean they know the numbers too. They can look at Amazon. They can do this as well, so they kind of know. But hey, man, will they go for 62? I don't know, but that's where I'm going to try to be when I'm making an offer. You could even go down to 50. I don't know, but get them to give you that number, okay? And then work from there. And they'll tell you, hey, we can't do it. We can't do it at 62. Say, what is the lowest you can do? Those are the famous, or is that the best you can do? So, what is the best you can do? Those are famous 7 words when you're negotiating. Is that the best you can do? Or what is the best you can do? And that might be 8 words adding what. But, anyways, those are good words to live by. All right, so that is this one. So, I'm going to also copy this here on my Evernote. So I've got my product research, and now I've got the one more headphone. So now I've got this all in a, and I can make an informed decision by just looking at everything. So I'm less than 30 days. Return to capital is 12.55 a month going out the door. There's only one seller in the buy box, which is Amazon. I've got a rating of 3.5, which is decent, and I've got a sales price right now of 134.43. If you looked at the Keepa graph again one more time, some things you want to take a look at too is these charts here. As you can see, there's not a lot of people in the buy box, used or, which is good. So the competition is low. Sales rank has stayed pretty good. It has got a little choppy here in March, but the product pricing has stayed pretty good. I mean, these were 149 at one time, so it did drop down. So something you want to look at too. One more time, as you go down the buy box, you're at 104. So 104 is a lot different. So that's why you want to offer, and it's at 134 right now. As you can see, it's kind of jumping up and down here. So new, I mean, in the last 60, yeah. So I mean, news at 99 right there. So, hmm. So actually, I'm going to change. This is the current low price. Um, I'm going to add one more thing here to current low price, and then lowest price in last 90 days. I'd want to know that too, actually. So I'm going to put that in. So looking back, last 90 days, lowest price, we're at 99. So this is actually going to, I'm glad I'm doing this because this is actually going to change my analysis. All right, so let's go back to the calendar or calculator. So we're at 99. And that's that price drop you're watching out for. And they know that too. So cost of goods at 72. Look at that. Only $7.21. And that's not worth it at all. So actually, 72 is not even a good target. So I'm going with 99 as my list. Even though one right now 134.43, Amazon could mark it right back down, as you saw by the Keepa graph. They had it right down to 99. Let's go back to the Keepa graph. I mean, it was just there a couple days ago. Boom, right there. So 99 is good. And you could show your supplier that, hey man, it's been 99 for within the last 90 days. So that's where we got to take our analysis from. All right, so let's go back to the calculator now and figure out how we make at least a 50% return. So let's go to 50 of goods. Okay. And then we're going to go 52. There you go, 26. That's pretty close. So that's pretty close right there. So we're about 52.50. And I'm just going to go lower. So now we're at 52. And now the suppliers could probably look at what the current price is. And they might not agree with this price, but just to be safe, I mean, this one was so close to being 99.95. So you've got to put it in at 52, and then I'd probably just go $5 less for my initial offer on that because it is a lot lower than the price. Let's do that, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll get. So what I'm gonna do, I'll follow up with a video and show you how they came back on prices with this as well. So initial cost of goods. So I'm gonna go 47 bucks, man. 47. I mean, if they agree with 47 and we're sitting at 32, and if we do a little calculator divided by 47, I mean, if they agreed to the 47, that's a 68% return on your money. That's pretty good. And about 50 if they do that. So that's where I'm at right there on that one. So that one would be 47. So what's cool about Evernote? Hit duplicate. All right. So now I'm duplicated my next note. Cross this one off. And we're going to go to number 2, 865. Get the ASIN number. We're going to put it here. And I'm going to paste matching style. And we will hit try new product. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all 8 of these, but we will. I'll do it off screen, and then we'll come back. I'll do the first few here. I'll do one more after this, but then I will come back after I submit the offers to the supplier at the price we want and see what we get. But I'll do a review before I go into that of exactly what all the prices were on each of the ones that we wanted to do. All right, so we're gonna copy the ASIN, put it in over here. And there we go. This is actually a PC game. And we want to see the product details, get rid of the old one. And here's the game. And we have a price of $17.95. It looks like we got a lot of used games sitting at around 10 bucks, 11.98. Nothing in the buy box, I don't think, but a lot of used. So I mean, there's a lot of used. Used is looking at 13 to 12, right around there. But let's go prime and let's go new. I don't think there is any. Oh, there's one, and it's fulfillment by Amazon, 3 dog deals. So 17.99. Sales rank still looks pretty good. 17.95 for a brand new copy, which would be us as well. This is Sid Meier's Civilization Beyond Earth PC. So copy. Oop, I want to do something else there. I want to paste and match style. So it just does that. And we will delete this. And we will get the link to it. Actually, we come back here. I like the little title page it kind of does with it. Nice. Copy, paste. All right, so 17.95. And I'm just keeping it in the back of my mind. We're at about 13 for use. So I mean that is what I'm thinking in the back of my mind. So I know we've got the buy box with that one guy in there. So I mean, that's cool. I'm going to put FBA, one seller, sales rank. We're going to scroll down. Sales rank seems pretty good. We're at 5264. 5264, and I'm going to copy that. We're going to go into video games, and we're going to paste that. And we're about 64. Oops. Actually, we needed to switch those. So 5264. And that's funny. Get rid of the 52. Okay. So, I mean, that does kind of, I mean, that is, I mean, if you had 64, you bought 50 of them, I mean, you get it back in 1 month. It's not too bad. Um, I believe they had a little bit more available. Let's see what the stars are, the rating too. It's 3.5 stars, so that stays there. Lowest price in the last 90 days. And when this came out, it was FBA 906. I mean, the last 90 days, huh. Remember, this is the new price. So, I mean, you're looking at that buy box, $14.99. So, $14.99. New with some shipping is $10.99, but that's with shipping. So, you know, it's right. I mean, you look at those numbers right there. Um, Wrong button. It's not looking too good. Um, we're at 865 right here. Is what they wanted. So let's cost of goods as the initial cost of goods right there. Sales per month, FBA, time of return of capital, and I think they had about 250. No, they had 500 of this as well. Yep, 500. So if you look at that, you got one person in the buy box. You're going to split it with that buy box. So now you're at two people in the buy box. So you're going to go back and forth. So that 34 is actually, or that 64 is actually about 32 sales per month for yourself. So you're at 32 per month. Divide that into 500, and that's going to give you your timetable of how when it's coming back. So this is not a very hot game, but it is selling. I mean, 64 units per month, so that ain't too bad. And you know, there's not a lot in there in the buy box at the prime. So let's check it out. 500 divided by 32. Reason why we did 32 is because there's going to be two people in the buy box. You got to split the sales back with them. So that is going to take about 15 months to get your capital back. So that's not the best. By that time, the game could be not even popular at all. I mean, its popularity could definitely disappear because technology moves pretty quickly. So, you know, I might not even offer uh, I may not even offer anything on that because it just doesn't have the sales velocity we want. But this is what you got to do to figure it out. 1965. So let's just go put it in the number crunching here. So current sales price item is 17. I'm gonna stick with 14.99 actually. I am guessing. I'm not sure what size those are if they're little. So I'm gonna put $1 here as well. And cost of good is 8.65. So with the Amazon fees, we're at a minus 1.13. So sales velocity is not good. Not as strong as you like to see. Pricing is low. So let's see what we would have to be at even to even to make it worth our while. So I'm gonna just go at 5. So there's my 50% return at $14.99. So I'm spending $5 on each product, making 252. That's about 50%. He had 500. So that's 1260. You're spending $5 on 500. You're spending 2,500 to get 1260 back in about 50 months. I mean, a 50% return in a year is still not bad. But you just got to know that that 2,500 is going to be in those games for that time period. So we know the net profit at start price was a negative 1.13. No good. Target price would have to be a $5 per game. And I'd probably actually go in at $4 a game. All right. So there's that one. And actually, let's retitle this one so it saves copy in the Evernote. All right, let's do the next one here. And I'm going to duplicate this note. It's weird how it moves back. Bring over the copy. Okay, bring over the new ASIN number, copy. I want to paste it with match style. And then we're going to try another product here. Paste here. Fulfillment by Amazon. All right, so this is a Vinvera resveratrol Shiraz intensic non-surgical syringe. Interesting. Good price point on it, I'll tell you that much. Copy. Sales volume's not too bad. Let's type in this, retitle it, and get the right link to the product. And we've got a low price now. 149 is prime, so there's four people in the buy box. We've got 2 primers. And we've got 2 others. So we'll hit the primers on here. So we are at 144.95. 144.95. And lowest price in the last 90 days. I've seen it 80. Someone with a 69. February 3rd, 69. Wow. So let me actually, is that the, let me check something else on this keep. I thought it gave kind of like the average. Yeah, this is kind of a cool little data set. That's where it was. So under data, under the Keepa, I mean, it does kind of give you the current ranking, which is cool, sales rank. And then it also, what I find kind of cool is the average, like the last, so you got the FBA average is 120. So you kind of give an average, which is kind of cool because you see that 69. And, sometimes people will come in and they get the product and they just blow it out. So you don't really want to judge it all on that 69, but you don't want to. I mean, you want to take that in consideration, but you don't want it to be all. So this is kind of a good thing to check out with. So you got your Amazon third party FBA 90 days average of 120. So I mean that would probably be a good place to start on this one, even though the current one is 144. So 120.61. I really don't want to drop it down to 69 because that was kind of an anomaly. And a buyback, and here's the buyback average is 119. You could go either that one or this one. But the buy box does bring in new people too. So, anyways, that's a good place for the lowest price in 90 days. The stars are 4 stars. It looks like 3.8. So we can raise that. That meets our. I probably should put some notes on here. What you're trying to hit. So, and you can kind of put that in there too. But this is something you could give your sales or someone that you could hire a virtual assistant to do product analysis for you, and then you could actually give them a piece of the sales, payment hourly, however you want to do it. I've seen people do it just for the um, maybe like $20 a product, or not even that much, but and then like 10% of the sales or something like that, or just hire a VA and have them a virtual assistant and have them kind of go through this stuff. All right, so 3.8 current sales rank, which is right there, 16. Come off 457 sales per month. We're going to take that number, copy it. I hope that copied. Copy. We're going to take it into here. Oh, what's our category? Let's go back. Oop, forward. Hope it gives the category here or not. Category tree right here. Beauty and personal care is the root. So beauty and personal care. Boom there. Put in the sales rank. And 331. All right. And there was 2 other FBA people. So, this number here, you're going to be the third in there if you want to match their prices. But in this particular case, as you saw, let me close that up. Let's go back to the product information. Oh, and let's go back to here. So on the prime side, you're at 144.95. So you could actually, compete here at 144.95. So it would just be you two at that price. Now, when you're looking at this, you want to make sure they're all the same price for the people that you're going to be with. So it would just be 2 FBA, you and the other. So this number here is actually 151.65. So 165 sales are going to be for you a month. And on this particular product, he had about 100. So there's 100 units available. And you know what? I'm going to add that right in here. That's another thing I want to track. Number. We're at 100. Okay, so return of capital, definitely less than 30 days. Got 100 units. We're selling 165 a month. Okay, so now cost of goods, we are at $80. And let's bring it into the calculator. Actually, I think the calculator is up. So I'm going to use 120.61 here. I'm going to say this one's going to take like $2 because that looked a little to do that. And cost of goods is $80. All right, so we're at 1732. I would like to see that more at 40 if I was spending 80. So let's go down 60. See where we're at. Okay, raise that up a little bit. 65. 65. That's pretty close. That's about 50% return. So I'm at 65. Or no, what was that at beginning? That was at $7. It was like 771. I can't remember. I'll put it back in there. 80. What was it? 730. Oh no, 17. I was way off. $10 off. 17.32. And target cost of goods. What was that? What was I at? 65. So 65.00. And I'd probably just maybe go to 60. And that'd be greater than 50%. And actually, hi, bud. All right, so that's where I would be on that one. I'd probably start out maybe 60 on the offer, hoping to get 65. And you know what? I want to track one more thing here too. I do want to figure out the return. At target. So, I'm making these as I go along. Going to help me analyze things better, make the process a little smoother. All right, so rate of return. So I'm taking the 65 and putting it into the calculator. And so I'm at 3232. So I'm taking my calculator, divided by 65. And that's 40, right there at 50%. So well, you know what? I mean, you're kind of at 50% there. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll take that out. I think I can get rid of that. I forgot how to delete. Oh, let me see if I can do it here. Anyways. Nope, there we go. Delete selected row. There we go. That's how you do it. Okay, so that is kind of the analysis I would go on. And actually, I didn't need that, so sorry about wasting your time there. But greater than 50%. It's right at 50%. But that's where I would be on those three products. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to analyze the rest. Actually, there's a whole nother second page of this too that I go through. But I'm going to analyze the rest, get them all saved up on the numbers, and then I am going to put together a sheet for the supplier. And these are my hey, this is what I can do on these ones. This is where I'd like to start. Hopefully, we'll come to an agreement. If not, what's the best you can do, and ask them, and then we'll go from there. All right. So, anyways, thanks for joining me today on this call, looking at products. But this is how you analyze some wholesale products. We'll talk to you soon.